Okay, so let's dive in. You know that slightly awkward thing, trying to nudge someone you care about, maybe your parents, maybe someone else, towards being a bit healthier, even if they're already sort of active.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's such a delicate balance, isn't it? How do you even start that conversation?
Exactly. And that's pretty much the core of what we're exploring today in this deep dive.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at this really unique piece by WheezyWaiter. I made my elderly parents get personal trainers.
Right. It's this creator's story about getting his parents fitter using this app, TrainWell. But it's done with so much heart, and honestly, it's pretty funny too.
It really is. And our mission today really is to unpack the wisdom in that story. How did humor and just genuinely caring actually work to make big changes?
Yeah, and how it challenges that idea that getting older just automatically means like physical decline.
Right. We want to show you what active aging can really look like, even with, the usual aches and pains.
We'll look at the tools they used, the mindset shifts,
Hmm.
and maybe what that can mean for you listening.
And the central theme, the big idea holding it all together, is this concept of aging actively.
Okay, aging actively. What does that mean exactly beyond just like going for walks?
Well, it's about being proactive,
Yeah.
right? Not just waiting for things to go wrong. It's consciously building strength, working on balance, staying flexible before you really need it.
So it's kind of playing offense against aging rather than just defense.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. Shaping your physical future instead of just reacting to it.
Okay, so back to the tricky part. How did the creator, Craig, actually get his parents on board? You mentioned humor.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it gets interesting. He didn't force them. He called it lightly encouraging.
Uh-huh.
And what did lightly encouraging look like?
Well, apparently it involved joking about crying
Mm.
and maybe jokingly threatening disownment if they said no.
Wow, okay. So a bit unconventional.
Totally. But it immediately sets this tone, It's clear there's real affection there, but he's using humor, these funny edits, pop culture jokes, to make it less of a heavy conversation. Right. It turned it into like a shared project instead of a lecture.
Exactly. It shows how family support can be this really powerful motivator, but maybe in unexpected ways.
So what was their starting point? Health-wise,
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, the article says they were already somewhat active.
Okay.
They walked, biked, played golf. His mom even worked at a golf course. So definitely not couch potatoes.
But still facing some of the usual stuff.
Oh, yeah. Typical aging challenges, back pain, bone spurs, knee problems, maybe not having the stamina they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad, he used to be a factory worker, apparently without those anti-fatigue mats.
Oh, those cushioned ones.
Yeah.
Standing all day without those would be tough on the knees.
Exactly. So that likely made his knee issues worse over time.
Hmm.
But there was this one line, this sort of mantra they already had, that really stuck out.
What was that?
Just, you should keep moving. If you don't, you die.
Wow. Pretty blunt.
Yeah. Simple, maybe a bit stark, but really profound, right? It's not just about literally dying, but about losing function, losing that ability to do things.
That's a powerful mindset to start with, actually. Keep moving or die. So with that already in their heads, the app, TrainWell, came in as the next step.
Right. That was the catalyst for getting more structured. And yeah, we should definitely mention again, the original piece was sponsored by TrainWell.
Okay, good to note.
But honestly, the personal story, the family dynamic, it just makes it feel like so much more than an ad.
So what was it about the app itself that clicked for them? What were the features?
Well, a few key things seemed to really work. One was the one-on-one chat with a real trainer. Made it personal.
Ah, so not just algorithms, a real person.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And that person designed workouts specifically for them, tailored.
Crucial when you've got things like back pain or knee issues, right?
Absolutely. You can't just do some generic routine. And flexibility was big, too. They could do the workout anytime during the day they picked, fit it into their lives.
That makes sense. No rigid appointment times.
Right. Plus, there were training videos, tracking, and feedback based on, how they moved. Their watches tracked movement.
Oh, like an Apple Watch or something.
Yeah, I think so. It mapped their movement so the trainer could tell if maybe their form was a bit off, even remotely.
That's pretty smart, especially for preventing injuries if you've already got things like bone spurs.
Exactly. That personalized oversight seemed really key.
So, okay, they start the program. What were they expecting versus what actually happened? Usually you expect to be super sore, maybe a bit discouraged at first.
Right. Those were the initial expectations mentioned. Muscle soreness, maybe low confidence, the usual stuff.
I think.
But they actually felt energized,
Yeah.
not overwhelmed, which honestly is kind of amazing when you're starting something new like this, especially later on.
That is amazing. Energized is way better than exhausted.
Definitely. And they saw real specific improvements. The mom's balance got better. She felt less stiff. The dad felt better golfing, didn't need as much warm-up time, which is huge with knee problems.
Yeah, that's a practical difference.
And the mom's weaker leg, her left one, got noticeably stronger. She's actually looking forward to using heavier weights soon.
Wow. That's fantastic progress. It really shows what targeted effort can do.
Yeah, when it's actually tailored to you.
And the fun element you mentioned earlier, the humor, Craig kept that going.
Oh, yeah. He had these little catchphrases, like, instead of workout time, he'd say, "Step into the gymnasium."
Huh. I like that.
And their trainer's name was Nathaniel, so he'd make puns like, "It's nape time."
Okay, that's pretty good. Silly, but good.
Totally. And those little recurring jokes, they just made the whole thing feel less like a chore, you know?
More like an inside joke, something they shared.
Exactly. It framed fitness as this accessible, maybe even slightly goofy thing, not some intimidating task. Really clever way to build a habit.
It sounds like it shifted their mindset, too, not just their bodies.
Absolutely. There was this renewed sense of, like, vitality. You mentioned the dad's joke.
Oh, yeah, about living to 103 instead of 102.
Yeah. It's funny, but it totally captures that feeling of, hey, maybe I've got more runway here than I thought.
And it all came back to that core idea.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
That was their biggest takeaway. So simple, but it really landed. It wasn't about crazy, intense workouts, but consistent movement.
Maintain function, keep doing things.
Right. And they also mentioned posture. Apparently, the workouts made them more aware of their posture.
Oh, interesting. Another benefit.
Yeah, and they had another great little pun for it. Posture is better than being put out to pasture.
Huh. Okay, they've got jokes. I love it.
It shows that mindset shift, right?
All right.
Still sharp, still finding humor in it all.
What I also found interesting was their honesty. They admitted they weren't really doing targeted exercises before this.
Yeah, that was quite candid.
It wasn't that they didn't want to be healthy. It was more about not knowing what to do.
Exactly. They said it wasn't a lack of desire. It was a lack of structure and intention.
Structure and intention. That makes a lot of sense. You can walk and bike, but maybe not know how to specifically strengthen your back or improve balance.
Precisely. Having that expert guidance, that structured plan, was the missing piece. It gave them the how.
That's so relatable, I think.
Yeah.
Lots of people want to do more but feel a bit lost on how to start safely or effectively, especially if they have some physical issues.
Totally. And the advice they gave at the end wasn't just for older people either.
Right. What do they say?
Pretty universal stuff, actually. Drink water.
Good advice.
Though they jokingly added wine and beer, too.
Hey, okay. Keeping it real.
Yeah. And just don't get lazy. Keep moving. But they specifically called out desk workers.
Yeah. The sitting disease.
Right. The need to consciously counteract just sitting all day for work.
And they had another stark warning there, too, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. The memorable one. If you stop moving, you turn to mush.
Oof. Turn to mush. That paints a picture.
Doesn't it? Very motivating in a slightly alarming way.
And one other layer to this whole thing. Craig, the son, the creator, he kind of includes his own fitness journey in the background, right?
Yeah, subtly. He weaves in bits about his own routine changes, which kind of reinforces the idea that, hey, making these shifts, it's possible at any age. For them, for him,
Yeah.
for anyone, really.
It makes it feel like a collective transformation, not just him observing his parents.
Exactly. And it speaks to how well the piece itself was put together. It blends the humor, the memes, the funny editing with this really genuine care and emotional connection.
Yeah, it definitely lands as more than just sponsored content because of that authenticity.
For sure. It's a great example of how storytelling can make something really resonate.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive then,
Yeah.
what we've really seen is how that mix of personalized help, like from the trainer,
For structure.
a good dose of humor, making it fun,
Yeah, the gymnasium lines.
and just solid family support, even if it starts with a joke about disownment. How all that can genuinely change how we see aging and actually improve well-being.
Absolutely. It wasn't just about an app. It was this powerful story about family, helping family, about choosing to age actively.
And that reflection from Craig at the end really summed it up, didn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I did a good thing. I made my parents feel better. That makes me feel good about me.
That hits home. That feeling of actually helping someone you love feel better. It's powerful stuff.
It really is.
So for you listening, it kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What does that phrase, keep moving, what does it really mean in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for yourself. Maybe for thinking about how you support the people you care about. What's one small thing, one structured step you or they could take to, well, avoid turning to mush?
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.